acknowledgement for receiving data. Resetting data loss, if anything happens during transmission and he didn't get the file, you're going to send it again. Because you asked for if you get the file or not. So obviously, if the answer is negative, you should send it again. And delivers data in order send. You're sending some files from sequence number 1 to 6. For example, the other one reached the first one, then the third one, then the second one. So after that, you just put them, organize them, and present it to, I don't know, anyone. So that's the big difference between TCP and UDP. Both of them are in this layer. As I said again, separated from the other parts, it just works dependently. Sorry, independent. If you've got any kinds of problems, please ask me now.
About resending lost data here and does not resend lost data or UDP. As I remember, Frederick said that if in UDP protocol, when we say that the data did not receive over there, we can send it again.
You can send anything that you want. Manually, you can send anything.
But it's automatically.
No, I'm sure that Frederick didn't say that.
Yes. And in TCP/IP protocol, it automatically
yes, it will check.
It will check.
Yeah, it will check all the time for all the packets, you can say. So that's why TCP got lots of overheads. That's so slow because it always checks. Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it?
But in UDP, if we saw that I've sent an email to you and you didn't receive it, I need to...
Yes, the right exam at this level is someone who's talking to you. If the guy asks you, did you get the point? It means that this is TCP. He will wait for your acknowledgement. If you say yes, he won't check it for you. He just trusts you. If you say yes, he just pass on. If you say no, he just ask you what kind of information do you need, and you will say that I missed the reliable part, and he will explain it again to you. And after that, he will ask you again, did you understand it? If you say yes, it will pass on. If you say no, I don't know, he'll start explaining again and again until that you understand the part. So that's TCP. For UDP, no, I'm just talking about something. Instead, if you understand, or no, I'm just talking and talking and talking.
And after, for example, 10 minutes, or I don't know,
then one transmission will be over.
One session, in the UDP form protocol, you as a teacher, you can continue faster. But if after finally, if I said, okay, I didn't understand you,
maybe I sent all of the information again. Maybe it's manual. If you say that I need the file again, I just send it for you again, all of them. Yeah, totally. It's the same procedure. I will never tell you, for example, what kind of information you. I just send all of them again. Any other problems?
Why do you use UDP? Because it's not reliable.
It's not reliable, but you need a fast speed connection. We're going to
we don't know that the data has been delivered or not.
No. Yeah, we don't care. It doesn't really matter for us.
But
you can send again. It's fast and...
No. You don't have any sending again. That's something else. If you send it again, that will be again separate procedure, but you're not sending anything 2 times.
For example, I'm using a Skype and I'm speaking with you. If you,
we're talking about voice over IP, we're not talking about Skype.
Okay.
Don't say Skype because maybe Skype is, I don't know, designed to use the TCP protocol, but definitely for voice over IP, we're using UDP.
Okay, and if you couldn't understand what am I saying, I can repeat it.
Yes, but the system won't repeat it for you. We're talking about system. We're not talking about you. You can do anything.
Yes.
But the system won't repeat anything for you. We just send the information. It's not reliable, but why we're using UDP? Can anyone explain why? Do I need to pass the part, or I should better stay and solve these problems?
I think it's better
To stay.
to answer this.
Okay, I'm going to answer this question. Can you make an example?
For example, in video stream,
Leadership.
we need fast receiving of data, and it doesn't matter if something lost.
Have you ever video conference with someone?
Yes.
Yeah. So, if you lost 1 millisecond of the picture, do you really care about it?
No.
If you've got some kind of vibration in 1 second, are you going to ask to send that once again? That would be maybe half of the second. Half of the second, the packets are maybe thousands of packets. So you just need, I don't know, 100 packets. So that would be 1 seconds or something. So are you going to ask it again? But I've got wonderful example that I will tell you at the end when you 100% understand the procedure of the UDP. So any problem with that part? So all of you can explain why it is fast, why we don't have low overhead, why it doesn't require the acknowledgement, why it doesn't send a lost data, why it delivers data as it arrives, and all of you must be able to explain these two items.
And UDP protocol is only for OSI model? No.
Transport in OSI or transport in TCP/IP. That's all. We're not talking about any kind of difference. We are just in transport layer of TCP, OSI, or anything that you find. We're not talking about protocols. We're just talking about transport protocol, but it is the same in OSI and TCP/IP. This is just because they write OSI on the left side doesn't mean that OSI works with UDP. No. Both of them are using TCP or UDP. It really depends on your situation. Yeah. You are the one who will say that. You have to send and receive my files in TCP order or UDP. You as a programmer, I don't know, someone who designed the things. So first of all, you have to know the benefits of each of them, then you can say that. You can say that, okay, TCP is reliable, so I'm always using TCP. No, that's wrong. That's really wrong. If you're really an engineer, an expert one, who wants to design a well-working network, you should think about all these things. You should expand your knowledge in all the ways, and when it's going to happen, when you're going to the project, you should know all these items in your head, and you must be able to use all of them, because this is money. You can mess with money. You know that. Okay, we've got headers for TCP and UDP. Identify the basic characteristics of the UDP and TCP protocols. TCP and UDP headers, TCP segment header and the field, and here's it. What kind of things that you can see from the picture? At first, general overview.
It's bigger than
much bigger.
lots of information.
Lots of information. But the data is the same. Data is the same, but there are lots of things. For example, we've got source port here, we've got source port there, we've got destination, we've got